Hello there. During the heady days of the pandemic and the UK-EU vaccine spats, the EU said they were triggering Article 16. But did they? Or did they do something worse? My channel co-pilot Richard tells us that evil has a face in his latest video, link in the descriptions box below. Now remember this when you're repeatedly told that the UK is breaking international law. So back in January 2021, the EU issued a press release as well as new regulations about transporting vaccines around the EU. But they did not want any of those vaccines going to the UK. Oh no. So they included in their now deleted press release that they were going to trigger Article 16 to prevent the vaccines crossing north across the supposedly non-existent and all-important open North-South Irish border. Brussels was worried that vaccine suppliers would use the Northern Ireland route to fulfil the contracts they had with the UK prior to their EU contracts. A bit of a sore point with them at the time. Cue big outcry from all concerned, as the press release was the first they'd heard of this, and it would have had massive political ramifications for the north-south border. And a red-faced EU then had to back down. And ever since there have been arguments about whether the EU did actually do the dirty deed and really trigger Article 16. And the answer to that lies within the wording of Article 16 itself. And as a result, I would contend that the EU did something far worse, because correctly triggering Article 16 is, of course, totally legal. And we'll hopefully find that out when Liz Truss gets a wriggle on. Anyway, Article 16 is quite clear. If the application of this protocol leads to serious economic, societal or environmental difficulties that are liable to persist or to diversion of trade, the Union or the United Kingdom may unilaterally take appropriate safeguard measures. And please note the use of the word unilaterally, because that will become important for the UK going forward. However, there needs to be an actual problem to exist first before triggering Article 16, not the worry that something might happen. It says leads to, not would lead to or could lead to. So when the EU put out its new regulations and press release, there had been no reason to consider triggering Article 16, as no problem actually existed at that time from their perspective. Further, the protocol says that all safeguard measures must be conducted in accordance with Annex 7 of the protocol. And Annex 7 says that the side considering using Article 16 must first notify the other party via the joint committee, not by press release. And then there must be a consultation period with no safeguard action able to be taken until 1 month after the official notification has been received by the other side. So what the EU did is to not properly trigger Article 16 as a legal shield to address a problem that had arisen. They tried to use it as a legal sword to poke the UK with, just in case there might be a problem. So as far as I'm concerned, Brussels broke the rules of the treaty, they broke international law, or at the very, very least, they intended to ride roughshod over it. Now, another point to note is that in their defence, they said they would be monitoring the vaccine deliveries across the border remotely, so that there would be no border infrastructure and no checks at the border. So why can't they do that with everything else today? Unless the whole protocol is just politically driven to get at Brexit UK.